An Aintree paedophile, Lee Wallace, who sat beside a 5-year-old child on a bed and solicited a cuddle before placing his hand inside her knickers, has been sentenced to 12 months in prison. The event transpired during a barbecue almost a decade ago. The victim, now an adult, reported the assault in June of the previous year after disclosures to Child and Adolescent Mental Health Services, CAMHS. On September 10 at Liverpool Crown Court, prosecutor David Watson stated, "The victim recounts being in the defendant's son's bedroom, watching television, when the defendant entered and inquired if he could cuddle or sit with her on the bed. Lee Wallace encircled her with his arm and manoeuvred it beneath the waistband of her trousers. The victim recounted that she perceived the situation as peculiar at the moment. She remembered that she had been immobile. The defendant remained silent while perpetrating the offence. She refrained from informing anyone subsequently because she did not comprehend that the situation was detrimental. Upon reflecting on the events that transpired a few years later and recognizing their impropriety, she confided in several acquaintances about the incident. The girl's father remembered how his daughter became significantly more reserved in her affection towards male relatives after that day. In a victim statement, the girl's mother stated, "Since this incident occurred, my daughter's childhood has been profoundly impacted. She faced difficulties in school with friendship and trust. As she aged, her circumstances worsened and her mental state declined. I have observed my daughter grapple for years. She engaged in self-injury. I have never comprehended the reason. Why was she unable to recognize her own remarkable qualities? Only upon her revelation of her experiences did we get a complete understanding. It fragmented our reality. However, I am immensely proud of her for voicing her concerns. I have observed my daughter grapple with challenges daily, which deeply saddens me, yet, I will not permit the actions of one individual to compromise her life." Lee Wallace, residing on Longmoor Lane in Aintree, was in his 30s and a parent to a young son at that time. Lee Wallace, with 2 prior convictions for 3 offences, admitted guilt to the sexual abuse of a minor under the age of 13. During sentencing, Judge Recorder Lasker remarked, "I do not imply for a moment that it endured for a notably extended duration. However, you must acknowledge that the singular incident has persisted in the victim's memory throughout her life." Ultimately, these issues were articulated during her treatment sessions. The guidelines indicate that in specific instances, the sole suitable penalty may be an immediate sentence, should I deem the case as such. I must assert that I consider this case warrants an immediate term of jail. This underscores the severity of the act against a young, innocent child, which, in my opinion, aligns with societal expectations. Lee Wallace received a 12-month prison sentence.